As Browns head coach Hugh Jackson names this year's second-round draft pick DeShone Kizer as the Browns' starting quarterback. Now, DeShone, he will become the team's 27th starting play caller since 1999. Impressed with how the rookie has handled this competition, Hugh Jackson, he's beaming. Listen up.
DeShone is our starting quarterback. He's earned the right to play through his preparation. He's established a work ethic that I think's earned the respect of his teammates. It's been good to watch his development throughout the offseason. Obviously, he's a young quarterback, and he still has a lot to learn. He's going to learn a lot and gain a lot of experience, and the only way you get that is by playing. But he has the talent. He has the things that we're looking for. Now we just got to go get him and push him on to that next level.
Well, when is comparing NFL quarterbacks like apples and oranges? When it's Kizer v. Osweiler. Because you see the drives, Kizer doubling them up and then some. But then the points, that's what really jumps off the page. 26 points for Kizer to Brock Osweiler's 0. So, Ian Rappaport, why did the Browns go with DeShone?
After a summer quarterback competition, the Cleveland Browns finally have an answer as far as who is going to be their starter for the 2017 season. It's going to be second-round rookie from Notre Dame, DeShone Kizer, something that Coach Hugh Jackson announced earlier today in a conference call. It's not a surprise. It's essentially what Jackson insinuated last night, saying it is not a short-term solution, but a long-term solution instead. As far as Brock Osweiler, who at one point looked to be the starter, that is an open question. It would make a lot of sense if Cody Kessler, who's got a lot of love inside the organization, is the backup. But then what to do with Osweiler? The team is fielding calls for a potential trade, and they would move him if the price is right. If not, they are already on the hook for $16 million. So it would make a lot of sense for the Cleveland Browns to simply hold on to him, even if he's not going to be active in the event of a quarterback injury somewhere else around the league.
Well, guys, you know the Browns have had a few quarterbacks since 1999. You want to know who they are?
Give it to him.
Okay, Ty Detmer, Tim Couch, Spurgeon Wynn, Doug Peterson, Kelly Holcomb, Luke McCown, Jeff Garcia, Charlie Fry, Trent Dilfer, Ken Dorsey, Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, Bruce Gagowski, Seneca Wallace, Colt McCoy, Jake Delhomme, Brandon Whedon, Thaddeus Lewis, Brian Hoyer, Jason Campbell, Connor Shaw, Johnny Manziel, Josh McCown, Austin Davis, Cody Kessler, Robert Griffin III, and DeShone Kizer. You see, he was named as a starting quarterback. That was a mouthful, guys. Willie, why was this finally the right move for the Browns?
Well, when I was in camp and I talked to Hugh Jackson and several people in that organization, and one thing they wanted to make it clear, it was a competition, and they wanted to make sure that DeShone Kizer was comfortable. He understood the offense. He was fluid in the offense. And, you know, when you're dealing in a Hugh Jackson-type offense, there are a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of things that are going on. People say it's difficult. I don't think it's that difficult, not for us, but for people looking from the outside. But for a young quarterback, you have to understand how to function and run the offense. So he has all the physical ability. I just think it's just him getting comfortable.
And you know what they say, Hugh Jackson, one of the quarterback whisperers out there in the National Football League.
He's a good one. And I honestly think he's just looking at the ceiling of what Kizer can bring to the table. I think it's funny, when you watch the total throws of Kizer, I know we compared those numbers between Brock and Kizer.
We did.
One's in this league, two's in this league in preseason, big difference. There's been some throws that are truly spectacular. And this is the idea of what you want. You saw the shift in motion there. I think this is what Hugh is going to help a young quarterback do. Willie, you know better than anybody. You try to give a young quarterback answers to the test before the snap of the ball. And that's what all these shifts and motions do. They try to get the defense to show their hand. So I think Hugh is looking at the point of saying, hey, let's put this young man out there. Let's see what we can get done throughout the course of this year. Because the truth is, second-round pick, not a lot invested. If for some reason he doesn't end up developing at the speed in which they want, next year's quarterback draft, you know, according to the experts, appears to be a pretty good one.
And I think they're equal. And you look at all those shifts and those movements that we see for most of the quarterbacks or young quarterbacks, people say from the outside, doesn't that confuse them? No, it gives the quarterback a clear picture of what coverage a defense is. We have to identify as a defense, or where do we need to go? We can't stay back in disguise. We got to go cover our man. This gives a clear picture to a young quarterback what coverage you're in, what defense you're in, and where you need to go with the football.